So, Australia, are you there?
Yeah, it's Dean in Australia.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, it's just a quick one, really, Mark. Just briefly, just where I come from. Obviously, I'm from the UK. I'm from Manchester in the UK.
Uh-huh.
Been over in Australia for 10 years. Yeah, I've always doubted the old moon missions and things like that. 9/11 came along and I started looking at different things. And yeah, basically, yeah, all that was BS, to be honest with you.
Good.
And I stumbled across the old flat Earth on YouTube, and I looked into it. And yeah,
oh crap! Hey, crap! Sorry, I hate to do this to you, but we're going to break. Can you stay? Can you stay through the break?
Yeah.
Okay, stay. I'm right back. Welcome back to Strange World, Part 2 of 4. We are talking with a fine, upstanding citizen in Australia. Are you still there?
Yes, Mark. How are you?
Good. Sorry to cut you off. I did not keep track of the time on that one. It doesn't happen to me very often, but I didn't want to cut you off too rudely.
That's all right.
So anyway, keep going.
I'll send you the phone bill. It's fine.
Thanks.
Yeah, Mark. So I did actually email you last Thursday. I emailed you twice.
Mm-hmm.
The first one was a link to a planned flight from Perth to South America. I can't actually remember exactly whereabouts in South America it was, but it's what they're saying is that the distance and the time of the travel, it flies direct across the ocean, and I think it was a 9-hour flight.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm just wondering if you could look into that for me. I've actually looked for this flight. It's still not going ahead, but like I say, in the article, it's in the West Australian paper.
Sure.
I think it's planned for late this year or early next year.
Sure.
How would that sort of...
the thing
with your theory about
here's the thing,
or your evidence, I should say.
No, you're good. So what I initially did when I did Clue 7, when I was talking about the long haul, when I was talking about the flights in the Southern Hemisphere, how they're all screwed up, and most of them have ridiculous connections that go north, and they don't make any sense unless they're on a flat Earth map. And then people were quoting me. People have said, no, there are a handful, a very, very small number of flights that are direct from capital cities. And that's when I started, which is why I ended up making Clue 9, which was the magic show, which talked about how, and those routes may exist. They may actually exist, but there's two factors that are involved here. One, of course, is the biggest is latitude and longitude, which are completely removed from the tracking system. So when the plane, any plane, goes over water, when it's more than 150, 200 miles from any particular landmass that doesn't have a tracking radar on it, the latitude and longitude just disappear. They go into approximated or estimated modes, which means the route cannot be proven. People say, "Oh yeah, the flight exists," and I go, "Well, it may exist, but I can't. Nobody can prove the route because there's the GPS system, which should be bulletproof. It's the United States, 32 satellites, blanket coverage overlapping. That should be there, and it doesn't. The other thing, which I thought was interesting, and you can look this up yourself. I didn't put it in the clue, but multiple people pointed it out, which was it's one of those little loopholes, which is if you go on a nonstop flight and you land on any island and nobody gets on or off and to refuel, it's still considered a nonstop flight. And there has been
right. Okay.
And I was really, really surprised at that. And because, in the event of social media, people on most of those flights, people are drinking quite a bit anyway. And they're going, what's this about? We're stopping at a freaking island to refuel. I thought this was a nonstop. Well, technically, the airlines can claim it's a nonstop if it's a real quick, if it's like, okay, we get down, we spend 15 minutes refueling, and then we take off. Technically, it's still considered a nonstop. So between the two, I'm not worried at all. The latitude and longitude thing was why I did Clue 9, and I still stand by it, which is there's no reason why, with all the massive satellite technology that supposedly exists, that we shouldn't have complete total blanket coverage when it comes to airlines. Look real quick, not to go off on a tangent because I know you're calling long distance. The Malaysian flights that went down in the Indian Ocean. Those were flagship planes. One of them was a 777, and they had no idea where that thing dropped. No idea at all. I was like, what are you talking about? That thing should have state-of-the-art GPS on it. You should know exactly where it was. And to this day, they rumors. It's like, oh, yeah, we think we found this. We think we found that. You didn't find anything because you didn't know. Anyway, sorry. But I will look into it. I swear. I'm backlogged on emails, but I swear I will get into it.
Okay, can I just another quick one?
Yeah.
So the flat Earth movement, is it still gathering momentum, would you say?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's way bigger than I even thought it would be.